Eat this every morning. Regain your strength and vitality. Gentlemen, if you found your mornings feeling increasingly hollow, your usual energy levels consistently dipping, and a sense of diminished vitality in your core masculine functions, this message is specifically for you. When the ability to achieve and maintain an erection no longer mirrors the responsiveness of your younger years, leading to feelings of weakness, sluggishness, or a detachment from the robust man you once were, it's crucial to understand that this isn't a personal failing. The primary culprit isn't necessarily the passage of time itself. Instead, your body is likely missing a single fundamental element that should be a cornerstone of your morning regimen. Upon integrating this missing piece, you may witness a remarkable resurgence in your energy, a return of physical strength, and a palpable boost in your self-confidence, often within a matter of days. I am Dr. Mojit Kara, a dedicated men's health specialist and urologist with an extensive career spanning over 3 decades, devoted to assisting men beyond the age of 50 in naturally restoring their vigor and vitality. Throughout my practice, I have encountered men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who have successfully reclaimed a level of power and endurance they believed was lost forever, all without resorting to pharmaceuticals, injections, or potentially harmful stimulants. The prevailing belief among many men is that a decline in energy and sexual function is an inevitable consequence of aging. However, this is a pervasive misconception. Your body isn't simply shutting down. Rather, it's signaling a need for specific nourishment to reignite its inherent capabilities. Within the familiar confines of your own kitchen, you can find a potent natural combination capable of revitalizing your blood vessels, rekindling testosterone production, and reawakening a profound sense of aliveness. The most liberating aspect of this solution is its accessibility and affordability. There's no need for costly purchases. The sole requirement is the consistent consumption of this specific item each morning. Therefore, I urge you to remain with me for the next few minutes as I reveal precisely what this food is, elucidate its mechanisms of action within your body, and share how numerous men have successfully rediscovered their strength and vitality through this single, uncomplicated morning habit. Before we delve into the specifics, if you haven't already taken this step, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell. This ensures you won't miss any future men's health insights tailored specifically for you. Furthermore, if you find the information I'm sharing valuable, please indicate your appreciation by typing 1 in the comments section. Conversely, if you believe there's room for improvement, type 0 and provide your constructive feedback so I can enhance future content. Now, gentlemen, having established the profound impact of this morning habit, let us explore its deeper implications. We will examine the physiological changes that commonly occur after the age of 60, the reasons behind the gradual erosion of strength, energy, and confidence, and how the correct morning food can serve as a catalyst for comprehensive revitalization. 1. The silent decline after 60. When I engage in conversations with men in their 60s and 70s, I frequently observe a shared sentiment in their expressions, a subdued frustration tinged with an air of resignation. They often confide, "Doctor, I simply don't feel like myself anymore." While the underlying desire, affection, and passion may remain intact, their bodies often fail to reciprocate. The very essence of their masculinity, the spark that once defined them, appears to have diminished, a realization that carries a deeper emotional weight than they are often willing to articulate. I deeply empathize with this sentiment. I have consulted with thousands of men who harbored the conviction that their most vibrant years were definitively behind them. They awaken each day with a noticeable decrease in speed, a palpable loss of strength, and an overall diminished sense of aliveness. The musculature they once took pride in now appears less defined. Their cardiac rhythm might feel less robust. Even the energy required for a simple morning walk or engaging in playful activities with grandchildren seems to be waning. And in those private moments, when they are unobserved, they often ponder whether this gradual diminishment is an inescapable consequence of advancing age. However, the crucial truth that eludes the majority of men is this. This decline is not solely attributable to aging. It is, in fact, your body's sophisticated way of communicating that something essential is absent. Your blood vessels progressively lose their suppleness, testosterone levels begin a downward trend, and cellular energy production becomes less efficient. This is not indicative of a fundamental flaw within your system. Rather, it signifies a deficiency in the precise forms of nourishment your body requires. The contemporary diet, characterized by an abundance of sugar, processed oils, and caffeine, actively depletes your natural vitality rather than replenishing it. As you cross the threshold of 60, each morning takes on heightened significance. Every sunrise presents an opportunity for your body to embark on processes of repair, regeneration, and fortification. Yet, the typical morning routine for many men involves little more than coffee and toast, completely overlooking the vital fuel their bodies are actively seeking. I frequently impart this analogy to my patients. Your body is akin to a vehicle that has traversed many miles. It doesn't necessarily require a brand new engine. What it truly needs is the appropriate lubrication to ensure smooth and efficient operation. The encouraging news is that your body possesses a remarkable capacity for recovery, often far exceeding your expectations. I have witnessed individuals who felt utterly depleted and powerless subsequently rediscover their drive and motivation within a mere few weeks of implementing specific changes. Their posture noticeably improves, their energy reserves are replenished, and that distinctive spark of self-assuredness gradually rekindles in their gaze. All of this stems from a simple shift in their morning habits. You see, there exists a natural synergy, a combination that ancient cultures have relied upon for centuries to sustain strength, energy, and robust health well into their later years. This is not a pharmaceutical intervention. It is not a specialized supplement, and it is certainly not an expensive endeavor. It is something readily available within your own pantry at this very moment. Once you commence your day with this simple regimen, you will comprehend why men in their 70s can experience a vitality reminiscent of their 40s. Allow me to detail precisely what this morning secret entails and how it possesses the capacity to fundamentally transform your experience of aging. 2. The ancient morning duo, turmeric and honey. I distinctly recall the initial instance when I shared this straightforward secret with one of my patients, a gentleman named Robert, who was then 71 years old. He entered my office with his head bowed, conveying a palpable sense of defeat. He expressed, "Doctor, I've exhausted every avenue. I've tried pills, elixirs, even those so-called energy drinks. Nothing seems to have any effect anymore." His voice resonated with the profound frustration that so many men experience when their bodies appear to cease cooperating with their intentions. I met his gaze and stated, "Robert, you don't require another pharmaceutical. What you need is already within your kitchen." He offered a skeptical smile, the kind that silently communicates, "Really, doctor? Can it truly be that uncomplicated?" And yet it is. The combination I proposed was one steeped in ancient wisdom, a practice known long before the advent of modern medicine. It is the potent pairing of turmeric and honey. These are two ingredients so commonplace that their inherent power is often overlooked. However, when judiciously combined, they give rise to something truly extraordinary. Turmeric, often referred to as the golden spice, is a profound natural healer. It functions to purify your bloodstream, mitigate inflammation, and fortify both your heart and your vascular system. Honey, in its pure and raw form, serves as nature's ultimate energy source. It furnishes your body with essential minerals and natural compounds vital for boosting testosterone, stabilizing blood sugar levels, and sustaining a consistent energy flow throughout the entire day. The synergy that unfolds when these two elements are united is nothing short of remarkable. Turmeric acts to gently open and clear your blood vessels, thereby facilitating enhanced circulation. Simultaneously, honey provides your body with a sustained release of energy and crucial hormonal support, I have personally observed men who previously struggled to ascend a single flight of stairs without experiencing exhaustion, subsequently regaining their stamina and endurance after merely a couple of weeks on this regimen, and the positive effects extend far beyond mere energy levels. You will likely notice improvements in your mood, your cognitive focus, and indeed even in your most intimate moments. Robert diligently followed the routine I prescribed: 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, meticulously mixed with 2 tablespoons of raw honey each morning, consumed before his breakfast. 2 weeks later, he contacted me. Even before he uttered a word, the sheer joy in his voice was unmistakable. "Doctor," he exclaimed, "I feel alive again. My wife is astounded by the transformation." This, gentlemen, is the potent testament to the efficacy of nature's gifts when we learn to harness them appropriately. What is particularly astonishing is the sheer accessibility of this solution. There is no requirement for expensive treatments or exotic imported herbs. All you need to do is reach into your pantry and commit to this simple practice daily. The efficacy is not derived from complexity, but from unwavering consistency. However, there is a crucial aspect that often goes unaddressed: the underlying scientific rationale that explains why this unassuming morning combination exerts such a profound and effective influence within the male physiology. In the subsequent sections, I will provide a detailed explanation of precisely how turmeric and honey work to repair, awaken, and rebuild your masculine strength from the inside out. 3. The science behind turmeric. When I embark on explaining the multifaceted benefits of turmeric to my patients, I often encourage them to visualize it as a diligent, behind-the-scenes mechanic working tirelessly within their bodies. While its actions may not be immediately visible, it is actively engaged in repairing the cumulative damage that has potentially accumulated over many years. The scientific underpinnings of this golden root's efficacy are nothing short of extraordinary, yet its true power lies in its elegant simplicity. The primary bioactive compound found in turmeric is known as curcumin. Curcumin is a naturally occurring substance possessing potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, so formidable that researchers globally have dedicated decades to studying its profound effects on the aging process, cardiovascular health, and hormonal balance. In our younger years, our blood vessels are inherently soft and flexible, allowing for the unimpeded flow of blood to every extremity of the body. This physiological state is why erections, sustained energy, and efficient muscle recovery occur with such natural ease. However, as we mature, inflammation begins to compromise the suppleness of these vessels. The gradual accumulation of plaque can impede blood flow, leading to a systemic weakening of circulation, and consequently, the body's inherent spark begins to wane. Curcumin acts as a master technician within this system. It plays a critical role in cleansing your blood vessels, actively reducing inflammation, and facilitating the unimpeded circulation of oxygen and vital nutrients. When blood circulates freely, your heart functions with greater strength, your cognitive processes sharpen, and, crucially, your erections become firmer and more sustained, achieved through natural physiological means. However, the beneficial actions of turmeric do not cease there. It also provides a protective effect for your prostate, contributes to the reduction of detrimental cholesterol levels, and supports optimal liver function, thereby ensuring your hormonal equilibrium remains balanced. I recall a patient named George who shared his experience. "Doctor, I hadn't fully appreciated the extent of my pain and stiffness until it gradually subsided." He had been incorporating turmeric combined with honey into his daily routine for approximately 3 weeks. The improvements he noticed were not confined to enhanced energy levels. He also experienced a remarkable sense of lightness and ease he hadn't felt in years. This underscores the profound impact of internal healing processes. It does not merely target a single aspect of your physiology, but rather orchestrates a restoration of your entire systemic function. What I find most captivating about turmeric is its inherent intelligence. Unlike synthetic medications that impose a singular direction on your body's functions, turmeric exhibits a responsive and adaptive nature. If your blood pressure is elevated, it gently assists in bringing it down. If your blood sugar levels are unstable, it works to achieve a state of balance. It does not overpower your system. Instead, it harmonizes it. This is precisely why I consistently refer to it as nature's equalizer. The fundamental truth is that your body was intrinsically designed with the capacity for self-healing. Your role is simply to provide it with the appropriate instruments for this vital work. And when turmeric is paired with its ideal companion, it becomes the catalyst that reignites every element that contributes to your sense of aliveness as a man. However, it is essential to recognize that turmeric in isolation is not sufficient. It requires its perfect partner to unlock its full spectrum of potential benefits. Let us now turn our attention to this crucial ally, as this next ingredient is instrumental in fueling your body with the vital energy that every man over 60 desperately needs to reclaim. 4. The power of raw honey. When the subject of honey arises, the initial association for most men tends to be its role as a simple sweetener, something to be drizzled on toast or stirred into a cup of tea. However, the reality is that genuine raw honey stands as one of nature's most potent medicinal agents, particularly for men navigating their lives beyond the age of 60. I vividly remember a patient of mine, Frank, a retired firefighter in his late 60s. He presented at my clinic feeling utterly depleted, his energy reserves depleted, and his confidence noticeably waning. He confided, "Doc, I feel like I'm running on fumes." I offered a reassuring smile and explained, "Frank, your body doesn't require an additional dose of caffeine or another energy drink. What it truly needs is fuel, the kind that nature itself has meticulously designed for you." It was at this point that I introduced him to the remarkable properties of raw honey. Honey is far more than mere sugar. It is a living, vibrant substance brimming with an array of minerals, enzymes, and vital nutrients that your body can readily assimilate and utilize. It contains essential trace minerals such as boron and zinc, both of which are directly implicated in the intricate process of testosterone production. As testosterone levels increase, there is a corresponding uplift in energy, muscle strength, and overall sexual drive. I have personally witnessed men who were previously experiencing profound exhaustion and a lack of motivation transform into active, confident individuals simply by incorporating raw honey into their morning routines. It functions much like pouring high-octane fuel into an engine that has been running on low-grade power. It effectively awakens and revitalizes the entire system. Furthermore, honey performs a remarkable function related to your blood vessels. It naturally stimulates the production of nitric oxide, a crucial compound that promotes the relaxation and expansion of these vessels. This mechanism is fundamentally similar to how many medications for erectile dysfunction operate, with the significant advantage that honey achieves this effect gently and naturally, devoid of any adverse side effects. When blood circulates unimpeded, your entire body comes back to life. Your heart beats with renewed vigor, your mental clarity sharpens, and your performance in intimate situations experiences a natural enhancement. However, there is a critical caveat to consider. The vast majority of honey products available on supermarket shelves are not authentic. They have often undergone extensive processing, excessive heating, and have been stripped of their inherent nutritional value. True raw honey, in contrast, possesses a rich, complex aroma, a subtly tangy flavor profile, and a natural tendency to crystallize over time. It is characteristically thick, a deep golden hue, and demonstrably full of life. When I advise my patients to exclusively use raw, unfiltered honey, it is not out of mere preference. It is a deliberate measure to preserve the integrity and medicinal potency of nature's offering. Frank contacted me again, approximately 3 weeks later. His voice was brimming with a renewed sense of energy. "Doc," he declared, "I've resumed my walking routine. My sleep quality has improved significantly, and my wife keeps asking me what I've been doing differently." The profound joy derived from witnessing such transformations never diminishes for me, as it serves as irrefutable evidence that when you provide your body with precisely what it requires, it reciprocates with benefits that far surpass mere physical energy. However, an even more profound transformation occurs when honey is meticulously combined with turmeric. Individually, each ingredient exhibits remarkable properties. When united, they coalesce into a formidable force capable of restoring strength, stamina, and vitality with a speed that may initially seem beyond imagination. Let us now delve into the intricate details of how this straightforward fusion becomes the ultimate formula for enhanced male energy and performance. 5. The synergy, how they work together. The very first time I observed the profound changes that occurred when turmeric and honey were brought together, I was astounded by the rapidity with which men's bodies began to transform. This was not a matter of mere chance or coincidence. It was the elegant manifestation of biology functioning in perfect accordance with nature's design. I recall a patient named Walter, who was 70 years old. He expressed his frustration, stating, "Doctor, I've tried every supplement imaginable, but the effects are never sustained." I responded with a smile. "That is likely because you have been attempting to force your body to perform rather than assisting it in remembering its inherent capabilities. Turmeric and honey, when consumed in tandem, do not impose any external demands on your system. Instead, they serve to awaken the inherent vitality that already resides within you. This is where the true beauty of this combination lies. Turmeric effectively clears the pathways, and honey then provides the vital fuel for the engine. Turmeric works diligently to cleanse your arteries, promote the relaxation of your blood vessels, and ensure that oxygen-rich blood circulates freely throughout your entire body, with particular emphasis on the vital organs that are critically dependent on robust circulatory function. Honey then seamlessly integrates into this rejuvenated system, delivering the essential nutrients and minerals your body requires for optimal testosterone production and sustained energy levels. It is akin to one component meticulously constructing a smooth road, while the other ensures that a high-performance vehicle can traverse it at full speed. The resultant effect is a consistent and noticeable elevation in stamina, mood, and overall masculine vitality. I have witnessed firsthand how this combination has profoundly altered the lives of countless men. Individuals who once felt a sense of hopelessness have subsequently rediscovered their inherent strength. Their morning energy levels have significantly increased, their cognitive focus has sharpened, and their confidence, something many believed they had lost permanently, has begun to radiate once more. Often, their wives are the first to notice the subtle yet significant shifts. One gentleman, in his late 60s, shared with me, with a mixture of amusement and pride, "Doctor, I believe my wife is even more surprised than I am." These are the quiet victories that hold the deepest significance. Those moments when a man feels whole and complete once more. The underlying reason for the exceptional efficacy of this combination is its dual action, targeting both the cardiovascular system and hormonal balance, the two foundational pillars of male vitality. Turmeric ensures that your blood vessels remain clear and elastic, while honey actively supports your hormonal equilibrium and boosts your mental energy. Together, they function in a state of perfect harmony, not merely to restore your physical capabilities, but to rebuild your confidence, reignite your drive, and deepen your passion for life itself. This is not a superficial quick fix. Rather, it is a gentle and natural awakening of your innate strength. When men consistently adhere to this morning ritual, the positive changes extend far beyond the bedroom. They begin to experience improved sleep quality, adopt a more upright and confident posture, and find themselves smiling more frequently. Their energy levels no longer experience dramatic crashes in the afternoon. They feel lighter, more alive, and even their emotional state becomes notably more stable. It is a transformative process that emanates from the core of their being outwards. And the most gratifying aspect of all is that you do not need to endure months of waiting to perceive the difference. Within a matter of weeks, you will likely feel your body responding positively, as if expressing gratitude for finally receiving what it has been lacking for so many years. However, comprehending the synergistic interplay between these two remarkable ingredients is merely the initial step. In the following section, I will provide explicit instructions on how to prepare this morning tonic in the correct manner, ensuring that you can fully harness the potent power of nature's most effective duo working within you every single day. 6. How to prepare it. When I first began incorporating this potent morning tonic into my patient care regimen, a significant number of them expressed surprise at its sheer simplicity. They would often look at me, incredulous, and ask, "That's it, doctor? Just 2 ingredients?" And I would invariably respond with a smile, reaffirming, "Yes, that is precisely all it takes." True healing and revitalization do not always manifest in the form of a complex capsule or a prescription from a pharmacy. Frequently, the most profound solutions originate from the humble provisions already present within your own kitchen. The critical factor for success lies in understanding the proper preparation method, thereby ensuring your body optimally absorbs every iota of its inherent power. Here is the precise guidance I offer to every man who seeks my counsel at my clinic. Each morning, prior to consuming breakfast, combine 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder with 2 tablespoons of pure, raw honey. It is imperative to utilize the unprocessed variety, distinct from the refined products commonly found in most grocery stores. Opt for honey that is thick in consistency, possesses a subtly tangy flavor, and clearly exhibits signs of being alive and vibrant. Thoroughly stir these 2 ingredients together in a small glass until they form a cohesive golden paste. You can then consume this paste directly from the spoon, or alternatively, you may choose to dissolve it in a cup of warm water. It is crucial to emphasize the use of warm, not hot, water, as excessive heat can unfortunately degrade the beneficial natural enzymes present in honey. Once prepared, take a deep, intentional breath, allowing the initial taste to serve as a potent reminder that you are actively engaging in a profoundly beneficial act for your body today. For those who are just commencing this journey, I recommend a gradual approach. Begin by using half a teaspoon of turmeric for the initial week. This allows your body a period to adapt gently before progressing to the full recommended dosage. Some men find that consuming this tonic twice daily, both in the morning and again in the evening, proves beneficial. However, my consistent recommendation is to prioritize the morning ritual first. Morning is the time when your body's testosterone levels are naturally at their peak. Your cells are most receptive to nutrient absorption, and your metabolism is operating at its fullest capacity. This is precisely when this powerful combination delivers its most impactful results. Furthermore, an essential insight I have gleaned over many years of practice is that consistency holds significantly more importance than sheer quantity. Simply taking this tonic once or twice with the expectation of miraculous outcomes will not suffice. However, by faithfully adhering to this morning ritual on a daily basis, you will undoubtedly begin to perceive a tangible shift. This may initially manifest as increased energy throughout the day, a noticeable reduction in joint stiffness, or simply a pervasive sense of lightness and mental clarity upon waking. Gradually, and with unwavering consistency, your self-confidence will begin to return. You will feel it resonating within your body, positively influencing your mood, and even enhancing the dynamics of your intimate relationships. I recall one patient, Henry, age 68, who shared this sentiment. "Doctor, I've never considered myself a morning person, but now I find myself genuinely looking forward to the start of each day." This, gentlemen, is the inherent beauty of establishing